My name is Roger. Thank you for the opportunity to say a few words. It's been wonderful to hear all the beautiful tributes to Paul, and I'm honored to be able to say some words about someone who I really, truly loved as a brother. Kind, intelligent, compassionate, loyal, curious, confident, adventurous, generous, selfless, and sometimes a little mischievous. All of these words describe Paul, but it's really hard to express 25 years of friendship and adventures with words. Paul and I met during residency. He was obviously smart and capable. People still talk about a night where he admitted 25 patients. You can't even do that now. They have work hour restrictions and things like that. But he stayed calm and compassionate the whole time. This all carried over to his career, his search and rescue work, and really his life. But this all really came later. When we first met, I had a broken leg. I had to be rescued off of I was choppered off of a mountain. I broke both of the legs of both of the bones in my leg. I still have a rod in that leg. But we made plans to climb once I was healed up. And he became my first serious climbing partner. We learned together. For people who don't climb, it's hard to explain the bond between climbing partners. You're putting your life in your partner's hands. I trusted Paul completely. He caught my falls, I caught his. He gave me confidence. We pushed each other. We tried not to take unnecessary risks. A lot of times it was just the two of us. For extended periods of time, we'd get tired and stressed, but we never fought. I don't remember a single argument. We were never bored. I took a lot of photos on those trips. Paul was not one to take photos. He never had a camera. I don't remember him having a camera once. And this is actually one of the things I knew that things were serious with Mary when I started seeing selfies pop up. Something that we expected from Paul. But the thing about Paul was he always was about enjoying the experience and living in the moment. He was more than a climbing partner to me, though. He was there for many of the most important moments in my life. He was there when I met my wife, Rebecca, the first time we met. She became as close a friend to Paul as I. He was also there when Rebecca and I started dating. This is a story that not many people know. We were all climbing out at Smith Rock and camping out. Rebecca and I were still friends. I had forgotten my sleeping pad, which I swear was not on purpose. Rebecca offered to share hers. Paul was in a tent. We were outside. I guess I made my move or something. I don't know. We thought we were being quiet, but apparently sound carries when you're out in the middle of the desert. And Paul heard some sappy stuff and what he called moshing sounds. He was probably wondering why it took us so long. So pretty awkward. But of all the people in the world that could have witnessed, could have been there, it was fitting that it was Paul. He was genuinely happy for us, though he did enjoy teasing us about it later. Later on, Paul and I were talking, and he described Rebecca as being full of joy. I thought that was a pretty good endorsement, and we got engaged soon after that. He was best man at my wedding. He held my twins as babies. Like others, they referred to him as Uncle Paul. One thing I always admired about Paul and was a little envious of was that he kept such close friendships back to high school, many here today, and even before that. And what I learned was that this wasn't by accident. It didn't just happen. Paul really nurtured those friendships. After he left Portland, he continued to come up to see us once or twice a year. He made the effort when he could have easily lost touch. He knew who was important to him, and he took the time to maintain those. He was an exceptionally loyal friend, and this loyalty was returned, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. People who knew Paul knew he had a really great sense of humor. He used to make us laugh so hard sometimes that it was hard to climb, actually. Feel like we're going to fall off or really do anything. And it was bothering me, actually, that I couldn't remember a lot of details about those trips and things he said and specifics. Then I recalled a quote by Maya Angelou. She said, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." One of the things I'll miss the most about Paul is his hugs. They were genuine and they engulfed you. Rebecca used to say they were the best hugs in the world. Paul made you feel really accepted and really good. Our lives are much richer for knowing Paul and having all those shared experiences, and I won't forget how Paul made me feel. Thank you.